We're going to go live. And you know what? I wanted to do music. I was like, today I'm going to do music.
Music.
And it didn't happen, but that's okay because we're live already. It's too late. I couldn't get all my ducks in a row. But this is like mainly Mexico. So I think we would say, like those taco holders that they put your tacos in sometimes. So I would say I couldn't get all my tacos in a row today instead of ducks. But I would have liked to play like a mariachi music to welcome everyone. Welcome,
Would have loved
spoiled
it.
agents. Good morning, good afternoon, no matter where you are. We're live in Facebook land too. So thank you for joining us. It's Sabrina with Spoiled Agent, and I'm here to talk about one of my favorite classic Mexican beautiful hotel chains that there is. There's nothing like it. They have just such an essence of hospitality. And they're not only in Mexico, right? In other destinations as well. But for me, it is so Mexico, and the hospitality is like no other. Also, I was just so excited to get them on the Spoiled Agent because they have one of the best, according to you agents, loyalty programs in the industry. Not only that, paired with amazing destinations and product and these amazing team members who are here to support you. This is Katie Wilder. She's US, Midwest, and Southeast. So she's got a lot. Business Development Manager. Good afternoon, Kaylee. How are you?
I am great. Thank you so much. Very excited to be here with all the spoiled agents.
Yes, we're going to do some great spoiling today. So first we have to do the housekeeping, as you all know. And by the way, I didn't say that hotel name. I'm sorry. This is Fiesta Americana Travelty Collection. So we're very excited. If you feel inspired and want to speak Spanish, I just saw online the other day, all you have to do is spell the word socks. Do you want to try it, Kaylee? I'll
All
do
right.
it. Ready?
All right, I'll try it. So SOCKS.
You see, she even speaks Spanish. Now that is top quality BDM coming here live with you. Isn't it
Only the
fun?
best.
We're gonna have so much fun today. So all fun aside, we're gonna be mesmerized and amazed with the beauty of the Fiesta Americana Travelty Collection. And guess what? One of the places that I lived, the first place I lived and worked in Mexico was Cozumel Island. And one of you is going. There's a beautiful prize today. Do you want to say, Kaylee, or would you like me to announce?
I'll let you go with it.
Okay, so the Fiesta Americana Cozumel all-inclusive, one of you lucky agents with a guest is going to be able to go and experience it. And that's going to be a 3-night stay for 2. So yes, it is exciting. I see all your reactions and I love it so much because it's what fuels our passion. So without further ado, I'm going to remind you of the housekeeping. All your reactions are so beautiful. I love seeing those. Keep them coming because it keeps us feeling the love. Of course, the chat box for all your oohs and ahs, and then your questions. That is in the Q&A box. So please ask your questions in the Q&A box. If you are, of course, on Facebook, just put your email on Facebook, only if you're on Facebook, because I already have your email if you're here. And if you have a question about Fiesta Americana Travelty Collection, please put it in the Q&A because our amazing hostess with the mostest is going to answer those live at the end of our presentation. Is everyone ready? Are you ready, Kaylee? What do you think?
I am. I think you amped me up. You amped all this up, so I am ready. I'll take
Would
it
you be
away.
shocked if I said my first job was an activities person?
I'd believe it. It seems like
That
it
was
fits the
me.
bill.
Wonderful. Well, we'll let you take it away then. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sabrina. As she mentioned, I'm the business development manager for Fiesta Americana Travelty for the Midwest and Southeast region. So what I'll do here is I'll just switch over to the presentation.
Fantastic. And I can just say that the prize announcement will be done by Thursday. So keep your eyes open for your emails or your phone calls, everyone.
All right.
And I'll just let you know when we see your presentation. Looks beautiful. Take it away, Kaylee.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so many of you may be familiar with the brand, or should I say many names that follow under the Fiesta Americana Travelty brand. Some of you may remember it as La Colección. However, we've switched gears in regards to all of our different brands falling under the Fiesta Americana Travelty umbrella. So as you can see below, some of the brands that we do represent is going to be Live Aqua, Grand Fiesta Americana, Moria, Fiesta Americana, and the Explorean Resorts. All right, I think we've got a little bit of a delay here in regards to switching the slides.
Things take time. That's what happens.
There we go. There we go. So this is a map here, as you can tell, all throughout Mexico. Now, the goal today is to kind of showcase each property, each brand, what each brand means, and kind of each specific property. You'll notice as we go throughout the presentation here that we do not have cookie cutter hotels. We truly do not have two hotels that look the exact same. Each hotel has its own look, its own identity, and definitely there is a very different specific type of feel at each property as well. So this map here is just kind of showcase where we do have properties. So all throughout Mexico, from the West Coast region of Los Cabos, all the way over to the East Coast region, going more into Cancun and Cozumel. And then our other newest baby that's now about 2.5 years old is going to be our Live Aqua Punta Cana. So currently the Live Aqua Punta Cana is the only hotel that we have outside of Mexico. First up is going to be Live Aqua Beach Resort Cancun. Location for this, if you're taking notes, is going to be located obviously in Cancun in the hotel zone. It's going to be about 25 minutes away from the airport. If you're super familiar with the hotel zone, it's going to be located across the street from La Isla Shopping Mall. So if you're familiar with that big Ferris wheel and all those luxury shops, we are located just right across the street. So definitely a great place for those that want to go enjoy the beach, but also want to get their kind of like shopping fix on. We're going to be looking at 371 rooms here, 7 pools, 7 restaurants, and 70 cabanas. We seem to like the number 7, if you can't tell. What makes this property a little bit unique is, as I mentioned, there are 7 pools. Each pool has its own different water temperature. So it's just something unique to the property that you don't see a whole lot. And this is just going to be kind of an overview of what the hotel is going to be designed and shaped like. So as I mentioned, 371 rooms. We've got everything between your standard garden view room up until your suites, as well as your presidential suites. Now, this is going to be our Aqua Club. So for those that have access to our Aqua Club, you're going to get your private check-in, your private checkout. It's also a great place just to go throughout the day if you just want to break in the AC, you want a good view, or maybe need to catch up on a little bit of work, or you want to grab a drink. This is a great place to hang out. Now, they do switch food presentations throughout the day. So there's going to be 3 food presentations. It's going to be located on our 5th floor. So once again, so you get that private check-in, private checkout. We'll have a concierge up there. So all of our Aqua Club rooms are going to have access to this suite. In addition to that, all of our suites. One of the things I love in particular about this property is even your standard room is going to kind of give you this look. So this is our premium oceanfront view. One of the things that we've noticed that clients like, just a little silly fun thing, is that black square that you can kind of see near the bed there. That's going to give you the ability to open and close the curtains. It'll be able to control the light if you want to go for a certain ambiance as well. So one of the most, I would say, remembered things here is when your guests arrive and they open that door and they get that first view of the ocean, the curtains are actually going to automatically open. So it just creates just this experience from the start, an unforgettable one, that's for sure. And in addition to that, you'll also notice that all of our rooms here are going to have more of that modern look. So this is going to be our Aqua Suite King Bed Oceanfront. One thing to know about the suites, and in my personal opinion, why I think the suites sell so well, is in addition to the Aqua Club access that you'll also have access to a butler. So that butler will be able to take care of your every need, whether it's restaurant reservations, you want to get a specific seat down at the pool. If you wanted to book a cabana, you can do that as well. In addition, speaking on cabanas, every single day, if you're booked in a suite, you will get a daily cabana with a foot massage as well. So our staff will come right down into your cabana and they'll provide that full-on foot massage. It's a 20-minute foot massage, and that's going to be daily. And then because the Live Aqua brand is so just centered around health and wellness, This is one of the experiences that we do offer, which is the cacao ritual. So if you have clients that want to take it up a notch and they truly want to immerse themselves in some mind relaxation type of experience, the cacao ritual is one of the offerings that we do have at the Live Aqua Cancun Spa. And then indoor outdoor spa, so similar to all of our hotels, we have that offering. If your clients want to enjoy the plunge pool, they can inside the spa, or if they want to have their massage outside near the beach, they can do that as well. Exclusive services. So of course, we've got our gym here for those folks that definitely want to keep up with their workout regimen. And then we also have a full-on salon services. So if you've got brides or just people that were wanting a hair service, we can accommodate that as well. And then we have that gift shop. Now, what I think, in my opinion, makes our gift shop the most special is we actually do include Starbucks coffee. So if you're one of those people that has to have their daily caffeine, they want to enjoy a frappuccino or just a standard coffee, all of that is going to be included at no extra charge. And then we do also offer pastries and things like that as well. So definitely one of the key selling points, because we know a lot of people just enjoy their daily Starbucks in the morning. As far as restaurants go here, we're going to be looking at 9 restaurants in total. 8 of them are all inclusive, and we do just have 1 that has a surcharge. So first up, we've got Sea Corner. This is one of my personal favorites when it comes to the lunchtime. So amazing ceviche, amazing fresh juices, if you want to enjoy that seafood experience, but also you absolutely cannot beat the view. It's right on the beach. It's quick, it's fast, perfect option for lunchtime. And then we also have our Azur, which is going to be open for lunch as well. And then we have our Siete, which is going to be our buffet. So if you're one of those folks that likes to get in, enjoy a nice breakfast buffet before you hit the beach, definitely a great option as well. Siete, if you aren't familiar with Spanish, I'm sure most of you are, that's 7 in Spanish. You'll see in that picture there that there's actually 7 columns in the buffet, and that's why it was named after that. So each column actually includes just an image of someone that is Mexican and that has some sort of significance within Mexico. So it just kind of makes it a little bit more unique. And then we also have our Verena, which is going to be our Italian restaurant outside on the patio. And then our sushi corner that you'll see in this photo. What is kind of nice about the sushi corner is a lot of clients, they'll spend the whole day in the pool or out and about, and maybe they want a bite to eat before they go to dinner. So before they head up to their room to get ready for dinner, that in-between period, I would say, between being out at the pool all day and enjoying some drinks and then feeling a little bit hungry but not quite ready for dinner, you can stop by the sushi corner, order a plate of sushi and take it to your room. And then we've got our MB. So this is, I would say, one of our most popular restaurants when it comes to dinner. A little pro tip, if you ever go to Live Aqua Cancun, or if you ever have guests that go to Live Aqua Cancun, highly recommend going to MB and checking out the habanero soup. So the habanero soup is kind of the staple item at Live Aqua Cancun. Don't be fooled, even though it does have the word habanero in it, it is hot in temperature, but definitely not spice. So definitely a very enjoyable type of experience there. And then Hidden Garden is literally what it sounds like. It looks a little bit different in the photo during the day. They do offer some yoga services and wellness services during the day, but at night it totally transforms into this kind of just garden experience, offering all types of Asian fusion type of dishes. And then Carnivore. This is going to be our one restaurant that does have that surcharge. I believe it is $122 per person. So in addition to the Carnivore dining experience, they also offer a form of entertainment while you're dining. So if you've got clients that maybe they're celebrating a honeymoon or an anniversary or one night, they just want it to be super special, this is a completely different area of the hotel that you can go in, all sorts of different cuts of meat as well. So this is one of our newer dining options, is going to be Carnivore. And then, of course, because we all love dogs, or everybody should love dogs, this is one of our hotels that is going to be dog friendly. So we allow your furry friends up to 40 pounds. And I know the big question is, when I leave, what happens? We do sanitize and we do deep clean the rooms as well. So one of the little cute things that they offer is actually an Aqua kit for your dog. So if you've got a dog you just cannot bear to be away from, by all means, feel free to take your dog down and they will definitely be treated like royalty also. And then moving on to weddings. So all of our hotels, just one wedding per day. This is just some of the images that we've done specifically at Live Aqua Cancun. And moving on to AMA moments. If you're wondering what in the world is an AMA moment, so these are just little tokens of appreciation that our hotel does just to celebrate clients. So this hotel in particular, Live Aqua Cancun, is super famous for pretty much celebrating anything and everything. They just love to do it. If it's Earth Day, they're going to celebrate. If it's breast cancer awareness, they're going to make awareness to that. If it's Cinco de Mayo, they're going to do that. If it's 4th of July, they'll celebrate that as well. So literally anything and everything this hotel just likes to celebrate or just provide awareness for. So this is just some of the things that they've done. So for Dia de los Muertos, you can see the top left, they did some sand art, and then the bottom right was for breast cancer awareness as well. And one of the things here I just want to kind of make a note to is I believe the reason why we get so many repeat clients when it comes to this particular property is just our staff kind of going above and beyond. A story I just want to share real quickly. We do have a fan page that somebody actually recently posted in, and it was their dream trip. They hadn't gone in a long time, and I guess that they were finally in remission from cancer. They had their last chemo treatment, and unbeknownst to them, our staff found out about it and actually provided some glow art in the room, congratulating them on their last cancer treatment. So this hotel is kind of, I would say, famous for going above and beyond when it comes to providing services for your clients. So by all means, if you have clients that are celebrating anything, you can always send it to us and we'll go out of our way to see if we can do something to make it special. And then moving on to Live Aqua Beach Resort Punta Cana. So as I mentioned, this is the only property that we currently have outside of Mexico. So Live Aqua Punta Cana. We're going to be looking here at the Uvero Alta region, so about 35 minutes from the airport in Punta Cana. This is one of the more, I would say, notable images of the hotel. So this is from the main building all the way down to the main pool. It's a little bit, this photo I think was taken when the hotel was a little bit newer. So just imagine a little bit more lush, a little bit more botanical and greenery. The thing that I love about this property in particular is no matter if you've got clients that are a young honeymoon couple and if they're strict on a budget up until your clients that have all the money in the world and want the top tier suite, no matter what room category you choose, because it was a new build, everything's going to feel new, everything's going to feel modern, everything will feel spacious. So as I mentioned, 347 rooms here, 200 premium rooms, 50 swim ups, and then premium swim ups and 50 Aqua Club swim ups as well. And then several different suite options to choose from. So as I mentioned, because it was a new build, this is going to be your standard lead-in room. So as I like to say, it doesn't get any worse than this. And so your lead-in room category will give you that outdoor soaking tub with the Bali bed as well. So this is going to be the lead-in. And you'll also get all your molten brown amenities with your lead-in room category as well. And then the premium swim up. So in addition to the premium swim up, this room category, definitely no shortage of space. You'll also have your Bali bed that comes with your swim up suite. It's like Live Aqua Cancun. This is our Aqua Club at Live Aqua Punta Cana. Private check-in, private checkout. What makes this hotel special is upon checking in, you'll actually get a hand massage. So you'll be greeted. They'll grab your passport, and while you're filling all your paperwork, you'll get your welcome drink, and then you'll also get that hand massage as well. So open throughout the day. They also switch out food presentations similar to Live Aqua Cancun. And then here is also where you will find premium liquor, and then anything you need during your stay. We have a full concierge here that is more than happy to help. So Fuego Suite. This suite is highlighting one of our suites here. It's going to be located in the main building, which sounds kind of odd if it's in the main building, but honestly, you get a great view of the ocean. You'll have your own little private pool area. In addition to this, you can't really tell in the photo, the top right, where that ceiling fan is. In front of that is actually a TV. So the TV is actually going to be placed on the ceiling in this room. And then as you can see on the left, all the different amenities that will be included for the Fuego Suite. And then this is just another view from the Fuego Suite if you're in your private pool looking out. And then moving on to the TR Suite. For clients that maybe they don't want to be in the main building, maybe they want to be beachfront. This is going to be your best option in regards to the suites. So the tier suite, as you can see here, you're going to get your private pool. You'll have a Bali bed. You'll also have kind of like a little jacuzzi area as well. So 861 square feet. You'll get one 25-minute couples massage that'll come with this suite. You get 2 days use of a cabana as well, around the pool, around the beach area, and then they will provide also sparkling wine and chocolates upon arrival. And this is just kind of an overview of the tier suite. As far as dining goes here, we've got 8 restaurants in total. So definitely lots of options when it comes to dining, no matter what time of day. Also a coffee shop that does offer ice cream and pastries as well. So first up is going to be our Wonder Pool. Great option for lunch. If you're wanting to take a break in the pool, or kind of you are in the quiet pools, this is a great area. Lots of different additional seating. And then if you wanted to order, you can order drinks at the Wonder Pool as well as food throughout the day. And then moving on to some of our dinner experiences. So we've got Atoll, which is our Mexican restaurant open for dinner. And then we have Shishin, which is our Asian cuisine. We do have the full-on hibachi experience, but of course, if you just wanted to order from the menu, we've got that type of dining setup as well. And then Sospiro, which is our Italian cuisine, and then Chez Rosé, which is going to be our French restaurant, all open for dinner. And as far as experiences go, we've got the Strainer Lobby Bar. So we've noticed it gets pretty popular post-dinner. Lots of people like to come out to the lobby bar. And then we also have our Speak Easy. One of the things here to note is there often is entertainment at night. So as you're heading to dinner, you might see just different bands performing. Sometimes there's karaoke options, a little bit more interactive with the guest. So typically they do have some form of entertainment pre-dinner, and then of course post-dinner, there's oftentimes, whether it's fire shows, water shows, more bands and things like that. They do a great job at ensuring that there's some form of entertainment every single night. And then here in the photo is going to be Compton Street. So it's a true sports bar setup. So if there's a big game on, you can bet that they'll play it here. The kitchen is going to be open late. So if you wanted some late night food, offering bar style food, you can do that as well. And then they also have pool and then darts. And then moving over to our coffee shop is going to be Cool Fever. So of course, you want to get your caffeine fix in the morning, by all means, and they do switch out a little bit during the day. So they'll carry on with the pastries, and then into the evening time, all sorts of different desserts and ice cream as well. This is just some examples of some of the entertainment that they have. They'll set up sometimes for casino night. They'll do circus shows. They'll have DJs. Sometimes they'll do like a live music fest on the beach as well. Some of you may have seen photos from a recent foam party that they also have. So all sorts of different stuff going on here at Live Aqua Punta Cana. And then moving over to wedding venues. Similar Live Aqua Cancun, what's nice is there is many different locations here at the property. If you've got clients that are interested in doing something different, or maybe if they don't want it on the beach. We also have the option to do it rooftop or terrace as well. And this is our Wonder Pool transformed. So that area that was open, the grill that was kind of open for lunch, they can totally transform that into a wedding venue as well. And then this is going to be our terrace, so just offering extra space for those that are wanting to have a bigger wedding. And then our rooftop. Moving on to Live Aqua Resorts and Residence Club. This is going to be a totally different concept than Live Aqua Cancun and Live Aqua Punta Cana. Our Live Aqua Residence Club is going to be located in the Los Cabos corridor. So in this photo here on the left is going to be the Live Aqua Residence Club. On the right back there, the yellowish buildings is going to be actually our Grand Fiesta Americana Los Cabos. So keep in mind, our Live Aqua Residences is not going to be right on the beach. It's about 400 yards up. It kind of like sits on a little bit of a cliff. So these are going to be great for your clients. Maybe your clients that don't want the all-inclusive space. They want something a little bit more private, a little bit more intimate. What I find interesting and also unique about this property in particular is when you arrive on property, you actually are not going to check in at a desk. You'll be greeted by a staff member. They'll welcome you, get you everything that you need, and then from there, they'll take you up to your room, of course, answer any questions you may have. So we're going to be looking at 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedroom units here. So all of our units are going to have a full kitchen. And because this is an EP property, this is not all inclusive, this is an EP property, we do have the option, if your clients wanted to hire a chef and a butler as well. So sometimes we'll see groups of couples come, and maybe one night a couple will want to host at their residence. They'll hire a butler, they'll hire a chef, invite all their friends over for the night for dinner also. Now, although this is EP, you do have the snorkeling and the beach access at Grand Fiesta Americana Los Cabos, obviously at no charge. You just don't have the dining or any of the other accommodations. Now, if you've got clients that are staying at Live Aqua residences for a week and they wanted to enjoy the dining and the other accommodations at Grand Fiesta, we do have special pricing for that as well. That is something that they can get set up when they arrive on property. There is up here, one thing to note is there is a main pool, as well as a bar and 1 restaurant. Your 4 bedroom unit is actually going to have its own pool and its own jacuzzi. And this is a view of the rooftop bar chill out. So you're going to get a beautiful view of the Sierra Cortez. However, just keep in mind, it is not on the beach. We do offer SUVs as well as golf carts that do go back and forth. So if you want to go down to the beach, you don't have to walk, or if you want to head back up, we do offer transportation. So moving on, Live Aqua San Miguel. This one is also going to be totally different. Now, I would be remiss to talk about our hotel if I did not talk about the destination itself. So as you can see here, San Miguel de Allende is the best city in the world for travel leisure. So what I want to do is just play a quick video regarding the destination, and then I'll talk briefly about our hotel as well. All right, so you can tell definitely something very unique, a little bit different, not your standard beach destination. So Live Aqua San Miguel. If you've got clients that are, you know what, we've been to the beach, we've been there, we've done that, we want something very colonial, we want something where we can really embrace ourselves in the culture, this is the perfect destination to do so. Condé Nast actually voted this the best small city in the world. So location for our Live Aqua San Miguel property is going to be only about 10 minutes from the city center. So if you're staying in San Miguel, you can walk within probably, I would say, 8 minutes, actually be in the city center. So if you're wondering, how in the world do I get to Live Aqua San Miguel? Closest airport is going to be Querétaro, which is going to be probably about 1 hour and 20 minutes. And then León, BJX, is the airport code. That's going to be your second closest. That's 1 hour and 40 minutes. So definitely there is some lift here, as well as you can see on the connectivity. And then, as I mentioned, very close to the walking center, very close to golf as well, if you've got golfers, and then also 20 minutes from main wineries and vineyards as well. Diving a little bit into the hotel itself. This is going to be kind of a luxury urban resort. It's actually the first city resort and one of the newer builds. I personally went to this hotel about 2 years ago and was just amazed with everything that there was to look at. It was almost like there was something to look at no matter where you turned your head. Just the architecture, the art, the design is definitely something and speaking itself. This is also mentioning for San Miguel, a UNESCO heritage site. So I wanted to also remind you of that. So definitely just something very different, very, very different. Highly recommend all of you going, even if you don't have clients, just to really understand the location of the destination. So we're going to be looking here at 151 rooms and suites. Here's going to be kind of your standard king suite. Just different stuff that's going to be in the room that you'll notice that you won't really see at any of our other properties. You'll notice a lot of black and white photography. A lot of that's going to be kind of cultural photos of Mexico, of San Miguel as well. And then we do have that kind of standard tub in all rooms. Of course, we have the shower, but also that tub that comes with your Live Aqua rubber duck and all of your molten brown amenities as well. And then I think the most notable thing in all of the rooms is going to be the record players. So a lot of times when your clients arrive, they might open the door and actually a record might be playing, and they've got several different options that they can choose from as well. So definitely a totally different decor design than any of the other properties that we have. So this is just another view of the bathroom here. So behind, you can't see in the photo, is going to be the shower, but of course, as I mentioned, you can get that full spa experience with your own indoor tub. Similar to Live Aqua Cancun, we are dog friendly, as I mentioned, up to 40 pounds. It's going to be, I think, $95 USD per stay. Your dogs will also be given an Aqua dog kit here as well. Now, this is EP property, so just like Live Aqua Residences, it is an EP property. We do have 2 restaurants currently, and then also a cigar bar. So offering kind of like Mexican, Asian fusion, definitely a different type of experience. Highly recommend if you are staying here to try out the restaurants, at least for breakfast and lunch, or even dinner. And then we do have our cigar bar here, so offering premium types of tequila, as well as all different types of cigars. And I will say here, our spa, 10 out of 10. I think this is actually the best massage I ever had was at this hotel. So they do a lot kind of with sound therapy as well, in addition to, of course, kind of your standard massage. So keeping on with the unique type of atmosphere and environment, definitely, if you do stay here, I would recommend also spending the day checking out the spa. And then if you need to keep up with your workout, we do have quite a bit of different workout equipment. And then you can see on the right is actually our smart walls. So offering strength training and all different sorts of programs that you can participate in as well. And then this is just kind of a view of our infinity pool. So one thing to note is this is family friendly. This is a family friendly property. It is EP. So similar to Live Aqua Residences, family friendly and EP as well. And then you could kind of see in the video all the different area activities. The one that I highly recommend would be the trolley tour. It'll give you really great view of the city, and you can just see all sorts of different architecture and different artwork throughout the city. And then, of course, the wineries, hot air balloon rides. If you want to go shopping, I mean, they've got shops galore. So all sorts of different handmade stuff that is local to San Miguel as well. And then switching gears, well, one thing to note, if you kind of didn't get the feel, I guess I would say, just to reiterate, Live Aqua, the Live Aqua brand is going to be really big on relaxation, wellness, sensory. So really channeling and using all your different senses. So definitely not party resorts, if you could not gather that. More so just on truly, I like to call it kind of the treat yourself type of properties. So switching gears over to the Grand Fiestas. First up is going to be Grand Fiesta Americana Coral Beach. Location for this is going to be located in the hotel zone at the top of the 7. So my favorite part about the location this is going to be just how calm the water is. And in addition to that, also all sorts of different life nights. So by downtown, literally, you can see if you're upstairs in our lounge, you can see all sorts of the different shoppings, the bars, the clubs, nightlife, and things like that. So definitely a good location for those that are looking to be near some of that stuff. So this is going to be an all-suite resort. We're looking at 602 suites. Starting room category is going to be 506 square feet, and then just goes up from there. So this is an oceanfront 2-bedroom room. So if you've got clients that are looking for the connecting suites, this is going to be one of the options. I see lots of reactions on this suite. So yeah, 2 connecting suites, one with a king bed and the other with 2 queen size beds as well. And then the Infinite Oceanfront Master Suite. So some of you may remember this property back when it was EP. That switched, I believe, in summer of 2020. And when they switched that, they included this Infinite program. And I highly recommend showcasing this Infinite experience to your clients. And the reason why is just all the inclusions. So you can see here, this is just one of the rooms that we offer. With that, you'll get 1 30-minute wave runner rental, which are literally right next to the property. You'll get tickets to East Logan Harris. You'll get 2 hydrotherapy treatments, babysitting. You'll be able to choose from a curated menu from the Infinite experiences as well. So definitely lots of inclusions when it comes to the Infinite room categories. and restaurants. This is actually our biggest news I would say that we have when it comes to Grand Fiesta Americana Coral Beach Cancun is this past summer, they added 3 brand new restaurants, and we'll see them here in an additional photo. In this particular slide here, we're going to be looking at our French restaurant. There is a surcharge for this restaurant. However, you could choose that if you're in the Infinite Room Club. It's one of the experiences. We have, what's nice about this property is almost every single dinner time option is going to offer some form of entertainment now. So if you do this French restaurant, you get the ballerina dancers that will come in. There'll be a nice piano. There'll be several course, nine course pairing, all sorts of different offerings that you probably would never have the chance to try at home. So definitely just something different. We've got Isla Cantoy, which is going to be our beachfront restaurant open for lunch and dinner. And then Vina Del Mar, which is our buffet option here as well. So our newest, one of our newest restaurants is Havana Club Steakhouse and Lounge. So here you'll be able to enjoy New York strips, ribeyes, and it is included. So that's the biggest thing is it is included, which is nice. So I think around 10 p.m. is when you'll see these lights near the stage dim, and it'll turn into kind of like a dance atmosphere. So they'll turn up their music, they'll turn on the lights, and we'll see lots of people dancing, kind of a little bit of a nightclub vibe at night. This is family friendly. But yeah, about 10 p.m. is when kind of the environment changes a little bit to more entertainment as well. Here they also have tango dancers, so they'll go throughout the restaurant and dance near the tables. And then Fori, which is our Asian fusion. So of course, offering that Asian experience in regards to the hibachi, but we also offer that standard seating as well. Now, one thing to note that's awesome about this is we have kind of an express area that's going to be located outside the hotel. So if you just get in, you want to get a quick bite to eat a sushi, you can order kind of outside in that little additional seating area also. And then Chianti, which is our Italian restaurant, also offering that express option outside, offering pizza, as well as a couple different options. But this is one of our 3 restaurants that's also brand new. And the entertainment for this is also going to be violinist. And then, sorry, for the previous slide here, the entertainment for this is going to be sake ceremonies. Moving on to the table, this is our other restaurant that is going to have a surcharge. So it's a 3D interactive map that takes you through the journey and the history throughout Mexico and everything major that kind of occurred then. There's also a couple surprises that I won't spoil. You'll have to do it yourself that is actually added into the experience as well. So this is going to be located in a completely different area of the property. So definitely if you've got clients that are wanting something a little bit more immersive, also kind of just different types of dining experience, this is a good option. There also is a drink pairing here as well. And then our other restaurant, if you might not be familiar with it, is going to be our Mayan restaurant. So this is going to be, as you can tell, directly on the sand, open for lunch and for dinner, offering kind of a fusion type of cuisine as well. And then La Jolla, kind of our standard Mexican restaurant here, but definitely nothing standard about it. At night, the entertainment here is going to be live mariachi band. So they'll come through, they'll take song requests, and the ambiance here totally changes at night. So definitely really authentic Mexican food here, as well as all sorts of different type of tequila. And then the Gen Spa. So if you've not been in this hotel and you have plans to go, you absolutely positively have to check out the spa. 40,000 square foot spa. So 10 steps of hydrotherapy, everything between your salt room, your steam room, your clay room. You'll do the full thing, and then you'll do the plunge pool, and then you'll be able to enjoy a massage. So definitely check out the spa, check out the hydrotherapy and the massage as well. Also 40,000 square foot is going to be our kids club. So definitely giant kids club, ages 3 to 12. We've got the indoor immersive experience, and then of course the outdoor as well. We always joke around and say that kids have the best view in the whole resort. So the top right is going to be our art room, and they get that beautiful view out to the ocean. We've also got a theater in there for acting, cooking classes, all sorts of different stuff for the kids at Coral Beach. And here is it's another view of the interactive wall that kid is touching. And then one thing that is not included in this, or two things rather, is they also just underwent a huge renovation when it comes to the gym. So brand new gym renovation. I got the chance to check it out recently. It looks great. All sorts of equipment, anything pretty much that you would need in regards to cardio and strength training, you can bet that they added it to the gym. And then of course they added kind of a brand new nightclub bar area as well, separate from any of the other restaurants. And then moving back over to Cabos, the Grand Fiesta Americana Los Cabos. This is kind of a overview here of the hotel. Biggest thing to note, takeaway for Cabo is going to be that the hotel is actually on a swimmable beach. Location for this is about 25 minutes from the airport, 10 minutes from downtown Cabo, and our Live Aqua residences and Grand Fiesta Americana Los Cabos are going to be located in a gated private community. We're going to be looking at 527 rooms and suites at this hotel. This is also going to be one of our hotels that do have many different room categories. So whether it's a honeymoon couple or it's a family, generational family going, lots of different options to choose for that. 11 restaurants, 10 are all inclusive, and we just do have one that has a surcharge, which is going to be La Bodega, which is our Argentine steakhouse. And you'll notice that every single hotel that we have separate kitchens. So it's not like we're cooking for the masses at every single restaurant, totally separate kitchens, different chefs that specialize in that specific type of cuisine as well. So we're more about being able to sit down, enjoy kind of that dining experience rather than fast pace. And then here we've got our Black Lemon nightclub. So it's going to be family friendly, offered shows till 10 p.m. And then past that, it'll go to an adults only nightclub. Our golf course. So we actually don't own the golf course, but we are next door to it. So if you've got golfers, this is the perfect option for that. And I believe there is special pricing as well. So there is a desert course as well as ocean course. And then, as I mentioned, swimmable beach. You can see all sorts of marine life, and we do offer snorkeling gear for that. And then at night, you'll have the fire pit option that often comes with live music, and then the kids get the chance to enjoy s'mores. So this is, I don't know if I'm supposed to be showing these photos, but you're going to get a sneak peek. So this is the brand new Soma Wine Spa. Unfortunately, I just have the photos for the entrance, but this, I can tell you right now, is probably our biggest news that we have in regards to renovations. They completely transformed the space, which we're super excited. It is finally done. It just finished up a couple weeks ago. I want to say maybe only 2 weeks ago. So one of the things here to note is keeping up with the kind of Cabo and that vibe is a lot of the treatments will include wine infused oils. So you'll get a couple glasses of wine, kind of relax yourself, get in the mood, get ready for your massage treatment, and they'll carry that on with some special oils as well. Another thing that we offer here is going to be the barefoot wine experience. So if you've got clients going to Cabo and they really want something different, I highly, highly recommend the barefoot wine experience. I know I've done some FAMs, maybe some of you have FAMed with me, and you've gotten the chance to enjoy the experience as well. So it is actually on the beach. You'll be given wine, all sorts of different wine. A sommelier will come out and he will kind of explain just the different wine. In addition to that, you'll also get, you'll stomp grapes in a barrel, and then you'll get your massage post that, and then you'll be able to enjoy a nice dinner. So everything between the grape stomping, the wine tasting, and then the massage, and then you can enjoy your dinner. Moving on to Fiesta Americana Condesa. So going back over to Cancun, location for this is in the hotel zone across the boulevard from Aqua World. So this is the lobby, outdoor lobby. As you can see, there's a giant palapa. So once you arrive on property, you'll go up the escalators. Here's going to be your lobby for check-in. And this is going to be an overview of the pool. So rather than kind of that standard rectangular pool, we just have more of those windy river-like pools here, an upper pool and a lower pool. We're going to be looking at 507 rooms and suites. And this is our premium oceanfront bathroom. And then our junior suite as well. So this is another one of our hotels that have multiple room categories, whether it is just a few people coming or you're doing a multi-gen family situation. Some before and after photos. So the lobby bar before and after. This is going to be our buffet area. Our cevicheria, which is a good beachfront. If you ever go here, definitely try the shrimp tacos. They're kind of known for that. And then our Mexican restaurant open for dinner. And just a fun fact, all of that is going to be hand painted by a local artist. And then our kids club. So similar to Coral Beach, we have a little bit of a different area for the younger children to be able to hang out and enjoy and splash in the water, and then our indoor-outdoor clubs as well. And then these are some of the AMA moments that we've done at this property in particular. And then moving over to Fiesta Americana Puerto Vallarta. So similar to Fiesta Americana Condesa, we're going to have that outdoor palapa lobby area. Now, location for this is between Marina and downtown, about 5 minutes to the airport and 5 minutes to the Malecon. It's going to be 278 rooms and suites, so more of a traditional Mexico feel. 8 restaurants in total. And then this is a view of our main pool. This is a family-friendly hotel. However, we do offer the Sauna Pool Club. This is adults only. Some of the room categories will have access to this. There's full service up here, full weight service. You get a very beautiful view of Banderas Bay. You can see in the back, you can rent the cabanas that actually have TVs in them, refrigerators, volley beds, all sorts of different stuff. So adult only area, even though this is a family-friendly hotel. And the spa. And then our kids club as well. Moving over to Fiesta Americana Condesa. So location for this is going to be about 15 minutes from the Cozumel airport, 5 minutes south of downtown. This sits on the west side of the island, so you're going to get amazing sunset views. This is a really great property for those that are into snorkeling. So more of an intimate type of hotel. The check-in is actually going to be outside. 102 rooms and suites. 58 of those are going to be suites. And then our master suite with the plunge pool. So similar to Live Aqua Punta Cana, we do offer this. And then one thing I forgot to know, actually, Fiesta Americana Condesa, we also just built new plunge pools there as well. 8 restaurants in total. None of them are going to require reservations. So indoor, outdoor food options as well. And this is going to be our beach club area. So volley beds that suspend over the water. The biggest thing to note right now, the beach club is currently closed. They're working on getting that back open. But when the beach club is open, there is full beach service, weight service, everything like that as well. And then, of course, we will provide the snorkeling gear. So our last brand here, and then I know we've got a couple questions. So it's going to be the Explorean. So think of the Explorean kind of as your adventure type of brand. So if you've got clients that are not really beach goers, they want something more active, they want to be entertained, welcome to the brand of Explorean. So this is going to be our Explorean Cozumel property. This is family friendly. However, we say about 10 and up is typically the age that they're able to keep up and make it kind of enjoyable for everybody as well. So this is the lobby. It's a very kind of intimate type of feel, really just more of a jungle feel. So this is going to be adjacent to Fiesta Americana Cozumel. So if you're staying at Explorean Cozumel, you are able to go over to Fiesta Americana Cozumel. You do have those exchange privileges. However, if you're staying at Fiesta, you cannot go over to Explorean. Reason why, it's just a little bit more intimate and to kind of preserve that feel. We just don't have it going both ways. So 56 rooms and suites here. This is going to be our main pool. We do have a main pool specifically for Explorean Cozumel. And we do have one restaurant that's chef managed with a daily menu. Plus you'll have all those dining venues adjacent over at Fiesta Americana Cozumel. And we do have one bar that's kind of a help yourself, serve yourself type of concept. So standard room, kind of a casita type of look. Definitely if you open your door and you look out, more of a jungle type of feel here. So definitely a little bit more basic. There used to be no Wi-Fi actually in the rooms. Now they've added it. It used to just be in the lobby, but now there is Wi-Fi in the rooms, but there are no televisions. So download, stream, do all that stuff ahead of time before you enter the room, because there will not be any televisions in the room. Activities. So when we talk activities, lots of different soft adventure activities. So ocean kayaking, jeep tours, snorkeling, just really kind of showcasing the island, all that there is to offer around the island. The activities are weather dependent, so it kind of just depends on what's going on at the time, but definitely more of an active lifestyle type of resort. And then moving over to our last property, Explorean Cohon Lake. If you're wondering where in the world is Cajon Lake, it's going to be near the Mexico-Belize border. Very remote and jungle, kind of luxury retreat type of setting. So if you're wondering how do I get there, you'll fly into Chetumal via Mexico City or Cancun. Chetumal is about an hour and 20 minutes from our hotel. So similar to Explorean Cozumel, definitely more of an intimate type of feel. 40 rooms total. So just 40 rooms, a boutique type of resort. And here's an example of one of the cabanas. And then our bungalow offerings as well. So definitely not those that are looking for high-end luxury, more so your experiential jungle feel. So also one restaurant, chef to manage with a daily menu, and then one bar, which is a help yourself, serve yourself type of concept. All sorts of different stuff here, different types of cuisine that they offer, trying to make it unique to the geographical region. Activities are going to be a little bit different than they are at Exploring Cozumel. Reason why, just different region that it's located in. So there's a lot here in regards with activities to do with the Mayan ruins. So different archaeological sites, of course, still your jungle lake kayaking and touring and all that kind of stuff, but they rarely try to incorporate a lot of activities with those archaeological sites, which makes it kind of special to the area. And then lastly, weddings. I know we touched base on a little bit about it. So just a reminder, all of our property is just one wedding per day. We're not a wedding factory. Your bride, that's her day that she locks in. She has full access to choose the location and all the good stuff. We've got separate wedding coordinators at every single one of our properties. So they'll work on all the details with that as well. We are ABC certified. So yeah, so definitely you don't feel like you're booking the wedding and you're planning the wedding, having to do all that. We do have a dedicated team that will work with you as well. So here is another example of some of the weddings that we've done, just a couple photos. And then something different is going to be our Mayan ceremonies also. And then we are pretty well versed now with South Asian or just Indian weddings for that. And then in addition to that, we do quite a bit of LGBTQ plus weddings. So if you have clients that are part of the LGBTQ plus community, or you have clients that are kind of looking for Asian weddings, we definitely have a little bit of experience with that, and more than happy to accommodate your clients. Now the fun stuff, quickly before I turn it back over to Sabrina. In my opinion, I believe that we have one of the richest programs here in the industry. So because you work so hard at gaining your clients and booking your clients and putting knowledge into the product, our rewards program, we really want to reward you. So 3 to 5 nights that your clients stay, you'll earn $50 cash and a free night stay. For your clients that say 6 nights or more, you'll earn $100 cash and a free night stay. So going back to those weddings, let's say you've got a group of 25, you can register. That's 25 free extra nights and $2,500 for you. So the system will allow you to register up to 25 of those rooms. The biggest thing to remember is just you have to get those bookings registered prior to your client's travel date. The reason why is the system can't backdate. Now your your free nights are going to be good for 18 months. Let's say you earn nights for Live Aqua Punta Cana and you have more interest in checking out Live Aqua Cancun, you can transfer those as long as it's the same tier. So a live to a live or a Grand Fiesta to a live, you absolutely can transfer those nights. If you're staying at a Fiesta Americana and you want to transfer to a Live Aqua, that'll just require double free nights. So your 1 free night in general is going to be good for 2 people. There is a government mandated service charge. However, we're taking on that now. And it is, as I mentioned, good for 2 people as well. So definitely check out the resort yourself. You guys work so hard to try to retain these clients and just booking clients essentially. So check out the properties when you get the chance with your free nights. And if you need help with that, of course, you can reach out to our team. And then lastly, travel 2024 travel advisor rates. So here's an example of some of our rates this year. You'll see an email at the bottom here. All you'll do is just reach out to our reservations department, include the hotel, the dates, and the number of people that you want to check availability for, and they'll get back to you and let you know if the hotel is availability on a TA rate. And then the last slide here before I turn over is going to be our sales team. So as I mentioned, I am in the Midwest and Southeast. So if you reside within that territory, I am super happy to work with you. We've got Daniel Sevilla, who is going to be located in Texas. It has more of that South region. We've got our mother-son duo, Evelyn and Dylan St. Germain. So they cover the West Coast region. And then we've got Kelly Whitehead, which is going to be covering the East Coast as well as all of Canada. So I can't stress how important enough it is to stay connected with your BDM. For us, we love getting your emails. We love hearing from you. We love to be in the know. You've got a big booking, or maybe you just want to highlight one of your clients that's coming down. Always send us the information. Our hotels love to know that you have clients coming. So even if they aren't celebrating anything and you just have clients coming, send us over the email. We'll put in an amenity request and see if there's something that our hotels can do for your clients on your behalf as well. So once again, I can't stress how important it is to stay connected. And then I also forgot to mention for our incentive program, not only is the benefit for the free nights as well as the cash incentive, but we typically pull from that program when it comes to events. So if we've got fam trips, we do quite a few fam trips out of our regions. That would be an opportunity for us to essentially know you exist, to invite you to those fam trips. We've got travel day events where we travel around to some of your different cities. So just being part of that program kind of helps us know really you exist in the first place, and then also just kind of thanking you and be able to reward you for your partnership as well. And that is going to be it. I will pass it back over to you, Sabrina.
Sick. I think there's no it about it. It is so much and so amazing. That is so lovely. I'm glad you left it on the slide, but I can't see you. And I guess you might already be aware of that. So I'll give you a minute if you want to get your camera going, and then we can do the Q&A. That was fantastic. So all of you agents who have been here for this long, thank you so much. We know it's very busy. We're just about at the 1 hour mark, and we know that you might have to go. So feel free if you have to log off. You will be qualifying for this beautiful stay at the Fiesta Americana Cozumel, all inclusive, and that winner will be announced by Thursday of this week, so just a couple days. So we'll get right into the Q&A. If you did not add your question to the Q&A, we won't see it, so we're sorry about that, but please add it in there. And I don't know how much time you have, Kaylee, but we'll do as many as we can.
Perfect. Sounds great.
And I have some amazing agents. Shout out to Diane on Facebook. For example, she sent me a few questions, and I'll just go with those. Aqua Club, she's asked at Live Aqua, is that a timeshare?
It's not. So all Aqua Club is, it's an additional area that your clients will have private check-in, private checkout, full concierge, premium liquor, food presentations throughout the day. So it's just, if you think of kind of like an elevated room category, that's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the Hilton and anyone has, for example, that you can get into. Okay. Can you book the 2-bedroom with any tour operator? I always use Vax.
Are they referring, if they're referring to Coral Beach, yeah, it'll be on there. It'll be on, you'll see it. So you'll see it if you book at the Infinite, it'll say the Infinite 2-bedroom, and it'll have the keyword 2-bedroom in it as well. So you can do it through Vax.
Perfect. Thank you. Are the flip-flops in the room at Live Aqua complimentary to keep?
So the slippers are going to be complimentary, as well as the flip-flops also.
Okay. And are the agents able to get a copy of the presentation?
Of course, I will get that presentation sent over once we get the list.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, and you can send whatever you'd like in that follow-up. I know the agents love all the links and all that great stuff. That's fantastic. Awesome. I have a client who wants a resort close to Chichen Itza. Are there any close to it?
Ooh, you got me there. We don't have.
I can help you.
Go for it.
Well, it'd be Cancun. That would be your closest, unless you have anything a little bit further south. But either Cancun, Playa del Carmen area would be the closest.
Stay tuned, but we don't.
Okay. Yes, I love that. Stay tuned, guys. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. I also love the sneak peek wine spa. Was it?
Yeah, wine spa. I'll give you another.
I'll give you another spoiled.
I'll give you another quick sneak peek. So as I mentioned, our only property we have outside of Mexico is Live Aqua Punta Cana. We are currently building a family-friendly property right next to Live Aqua Punta Cana. So be on the lookout. Hopefully next year, it'd be a new build. So just something for your clients that want that family-friendly experience.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. What a beautiful destination. Being a former massage therapist and exercise physiologist. My goal is to create wellness retreat trips. What tour operators do you work with?
So pretty much, that's great. We see a lot of that, especially at our live Aqua hotels. So pretty much your main tour ops, I don't know if you have a preferred. So of course we were talking ALG, Funjet, Delta, American, United, VE. So we work with quite a few of the tour operators. If there's a specific tour operator that you had a question about, definitely reach out and we can confirm that for you.
It's fantastic. Thank you. A few questions coming in about restaurants. Do they require reservations?
So at most of the hotel, the restaurants do not require reservations, which is really nice. You can, so for instance, we'll use Coral Beach as an example. So oftentimes clients like to check in and then just make their reservations for the week. So you can do that, but like if you're going to Live Aqua Cancun, you can have your butler make a reservation, but it is not required. So most of the hotels, it's not going to be required.
And is it something you can do if you'd like to, for example, in advance?
Certainly you have the option to do so if you want. But because we're not big hoteliers, we're not 1,000, 2,000 rooms. Typically, if you find a restaurant that you really enjoy, often to go there maybe 2 or 3 times during your stay, you shouldn't have an issue with that.
Perfect. Next, do the dogs have to be crated when you're not in your room?
So I know there's a specific area outside for the dogs, so they aren't really free to roam around maybe the pool area or the standard areas just due to the guests. Of course, there's allergies or anything like that, but they don't have to be created in the certain areas outside with the hotel. They kind of have their own area that they can go in and they can roam and use the restroom and do all that good stuff.
Perfect. Okay. How far out do you recommend booking a wedding at Live Aqua?
I would say as soon as you know. No, honestly, if you've got a bride and groom that have an interest in booking a wedding, connect with me as soon as you can. And the reason why is maybe we find a window that they could go down. They could check out the property themselves. They can meet with the wedding coordinator, kind of answer any and every question, kind of have eyes firsthand on the venue that they're wanting to choose. So kind of just whenever, if you come across it and you have a bride and groom that really wants to take the initiative to find out more information, reach out to me. It's never too early to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to kind of get that set up with the hotels.
Wonderful. Are you the person to contact for weddings, or is there someone else?
So best route, there's all sorts of contacts I know throughout the hotel. So best route, reach out to your BDM. You'll see him here on the screen. So whoever your BDM is, reach out to them and they can connect you with the hotel wedding coordinators. That way you don't have to do any tracking down of information. The BDMs are more than happy to do that for you.
Okay, and same thing with the on-site contacts.
Correct. So if you're needing to contact our sales managers, if you got, I mean, really anything, if you don't have that direct contact, no worries, go to your BDM. They'll be quick with it. They'll connect you to the sales manager, whoever it is that you're needing to contact, and then you can take it from there.
Okay, perfect. We have a lot of great questions still coming in. Is a resort LGBTQ plus friendly? I imagine so. You said you will even
100%,
celebrate
100%.
love and weddings. That's great.
Yeah, so we have also one thing to note about that. We also do have LGBTQ plus wedding material as well, so marketing material. So yeah, so we've definitely welcome that community at all of our properties.
Perfect. That's fantastic. I see a couple of notes coming in the chat asking about the presentation. I will say just 2 quick things. So the recordings of all our webinars will always be put, usually the same day, on our supplier page. So don't worry about that. That's where you'll find it. And then also the presentation, someone asked for it to be shared. So it is actually going to come to all attendees via link in a follow-up email from Kaylee sometime this week. So another question, can connecting or adjoining rooms be assigned?
So what is nice actually is some of them, of course, standard kind of at the hotels is going to be just by availability. Some of them will be based on availability, but for instance, like our Grand Fiesta Americana Coral Beach, if you are booking it as a 2-room, it'll be a 2-room, it'll be the connecting rooms. And I know some of the other properties, of course, we do have the option to do it. It'll just be based on availability. And of course, once you make that booking, reach out to me or your BDM as soon as possible. We'll connect with the sales manager to see if we can't put a note in.
Hey, how's the entertainment at Live Aqua Punta Cana?
Yeah, so I really like that property in regards to entertainment. As I mentioned in the presentation, they typically have some form of entertainment prior to dinner. So live bands, karaoke, different stuff. And then as it gets later on through the night, they have entertainment outside near the main building. And then they usually open up the theater for some type of performance. And then they have a nightclub as well that's on property that's open until 2 a.m. So that's completely separate. And then they also have the sports bar that's open until 2 a.m. also. So different bars. You've got the nightclub. And then also in addition to that, sometimes they'll do like theme nights. So they might have a band like on the beach late, performing late, or like a fire show. So different, whether you're wanting to do a bar or a nightclub or a show, you kind of have that option.
Perfect. And moving in, since we're in Punta Cana, we wish, right? Did you mention if there's room service at Live Aqua Punta Cana?
So there definitely 100% is room service. I'm going to say all of our properties. So the EP ones for Live Aqua Residences and Live Aqua San Miguel, there is room service at San Miguel. Of course, that's an additional charge. But all of our standard, like your Live Aqua Cancun, your Live Aqua Punta, your Grand Fiestas, your Fiestas, there is room service. So definitely 24 hours. Your room service is going to be included at Live Aqua Punta Cana.
Okay, and then we have the question specific to Live Aqua, if it is ADA compliant. And then we also have the question in regards to all your resorts, in regards to strollers, double strollers, and accessibility for for mobile challenged clients. If you want to speak to that a little bit, please.
Yeah, so we do have, in regards to ADA compliant, I'll double check. I don't want to misspeak. I want to say yes, but I'll double check for you. If you can copy my email down on this slide and I'll work with you directly on that. We do definitely have hotels that are a little bit more friendly when it comes to mobility. So certain rooms definitely offer that. There's a specific number of rooms at each hotel that does offer a little bit more in regards to mobility access. And then most of the hotels I want to say do have ramp access down to the beach if you're wanting to do that also. So I can get you further information. I'm sure we've got just a little bit of a write-up and things like that, specifically if you yourself or you do have clients are in need of that, definitely.
There's a few of them and they'll be in the report that you get. So it works great.
Perfect.
I'll make sure those are pointed out for you.
Okay. Awesome.
Is there an adults only section at Fiesta Americana Los Cabos?
So we have an adult only pool, which is nice. At Grand Fiesta Americana Los Cabos, we do have that adult only kind of pool area. It is family friendly, but that area is specifically for adults as well.
Okay, and then speaking about the kids club, there's a question if there's a fee for the kids club or if it's included and the ages.
Is that for Cabo, do you know?
It doesn't say.
Okay, yeah. So we do at our kids clubs, typically there's not a fee. What there would be a fee for usually would be the babysitting service. So if you want babysitting, nannies, stuff like that.
And actually there was a question about babysitting that said 4 hours. Maybe we already answered it or maybe I'm crazy.
It was probably in the, if this is what I'm thinking it is, at Grand Fiesta Americana Coral Beach, Cancun, part of the Infinite Experience does come with 4 hours of babysitting and there's an additional charge past that. So
okay, and is that per stay or per day? That's the question.
Per stay.
Okay, so you get a complimentary 4 hour. Wow, that's amazing. So you have a adults night out, you get a complimentary babysitting for that. And if you want more, you can get it, but it has a cost. I love that.
And when those kids see the kids club, they
don't want to leave. I know.
No, you give them an hour in there and they're crying to go back every day.
Oh yeah, those kids clubs look amazing. Okay. Agent rates for the resorts. We've talked about that. I can just share with you and I will throw that in again into the chat so you can just find the instructions there. There's a specific email we mentioned already. But here you can see, again, the link if you want to just read the information or have it easy. Go ahead, Kaylee.
Yeah, so agent rates, fairly easy to request. Right here we go. Hopefully you guys can see it.
Yes.
So on the bottom here is the email, ourinternet@posadas.com. That's our reservations department. So once you figure out what hotel it is that you are looking at, all you'll do is you'll email them, give them, just be sure to include the proper information. So the hotel, the dates, and the number of people, and that rate will allow you to book up to 2 rooms. So as long as there's availability, our team will come back. They'll let you know if there's availability. Sometimes if they don't see availability at Aqua, they might say, hey, we've got no availability at Live Aqua Cancun, but since you're looking at Cancun, we've got something open for Coral Beach or for Condesa. So yeah, definitely they're happy to work with you on the rates to get that taken care of.
Wonderful. And 2 rooms, that's fantastic. And do you have to have had a sale previously already? Like, do I have to show you that I have a booking? Or if I'm a travel agent that meets your credential requirements, may I have access to the rate?
So yeah, so based on your credentials. So, and that's the biggest thing to remember, obviously, be able to provide the credentials that does state that you are a travel advisor, and then also bring those credentials down on property when you're ready.
Of course, that makes sense. Okay, we're getting through. Lots of questions still, over a couple dozen. So you have to, if you have to run, we know, don't worry. The presentation again is being sent. I still see those coming in the chat. And the presentation will be sent to everyone, and you can watch the recording, of course, online. Next question, amenities or special decorations, can you do that for the guest suites in regards to a celebration? Can they reach out to you, the BDM?
Absolutely. So some of it is based on availability in regards to complimentary. Kind of depends on the demand at the hotel at the time. Also our team. So we have like a magic team that does all the rice art, the glow art, things like that. So that really depends. But if you're wanting to purchase like certain things, certain decor, decorations, or cakes and things like that, we can arrange for that. So we've got a concierge service that specifically provides that, and definitely reach out to whoever your BDM is, and they're more than happy to arrange that.
Okay, we could go back on that slide if you want then, because that's always a question that comes up, but you fixed it. Not one question because you're showing it the whole time. So smart, Kaylee. Okay, so San Miguel de Allende, we're going back there now. What time of year do you know that when they do the hot air balloons in San Miguel?
So that's a good question. I know they do it. I want to say, I know they do it in January. I can tell you that much. I was there in January and they did it. The climate for San Miguel is pretty mild. So it's not like you're getting crazy cold or crazy hot. I mean, even in January, there are times where there's a little bit of a chill, but your standard 80 degrees Fahrenheit across the board, I would say is pretty much the temperature. In regards to San Miguel. I don't know if there's a specific season that's a little bit more popular than the others, but I do know even if you do go in our winter time, depending on where you are in the US, that they do offer the hot air balloon rides.
Yeah, I'm actually on a site right now, and it's not full right in front of your face, which means probably there isn't necessarily like a season. But I'll throw that in the chat for anyone who would like the hot air balloon San Miguel de Allende information. You can take a look. I just threw that in the chat. Now it's still on San Miguel de Allende. What's your suggestion as the best way to get clients past the concerns over getting to Live Aqua in San Miguel de Allende? Because once they do, they know it's worth it. No, that's okay, Kaylee.
Yeah, so I super love this question. The reason why I love this question is a lot of your clients probably haven't heard of San Miguel, and they're probably like, oh gosh, you're trying to send me to somewhere I can't even pronounce. So one of my takeaways, and I'll just use it from personal experience. So I took a fam there 2 years ago, and my initial thought too was when I land, when I land at the airport, what's that going to look like? What's it going to look like from the airport to the hotel? I can tell you right now, the roads are better than most of the roads in the US. I mean, just your standard asphalt highway. Transportation is a smaller airport. If you are going to Querétaro, which is QRO, the airport code, small airport, got my luggage, got in my private transfer, my SUV, was there in an hour and 10 minutes maybe. We're not talking windy back roads, anything by that nature. And the city itself, a lot of the locals actually take ATVs to work. There wasn't one moment in my stay in the fam trip, and some of us did go out. So a lot of the agents at nighttime, we wanted to go out, and they did salsa lessons, and they have fireworks at night. There wasn't one moment walking from the city center at probably midnight that any of us felt unsafe. Very, very family oriented. A lot of expats, that moved there, that lived there. So definitely more of a small town feel. But as I mentioned, a lot of them take ATVs to work. There's a big police presence. There wasn't one time where it was something seemed a little bit off. So more of kind of that community feel, rather than, it's not Mexico City. It's not the giant city where there's a ton of hustle and bustle. It's a lot more of a calmer environment. And I know Sabrina and I were talking about this prior to the webinar. You can maybe also provide some of your own insight, but yeah, definitely small town, colonial family feel, rather than that big hustle and bustle.
Really, yeah. Oh no, it's unbelievable. You walk around the streets at all hours and enjoy all the fresh offerings, different food carts and sightseeing, and it's just unbelievable. And it's seamless to get there from Querétaro Airport for sure, and so easy, so well done, really. I have to say, and so many options. Yeah, you need to go right now, everybody. And you know what? I was looking at Spoiled Agent because someone asked another question, and we have all the property contacts on our site. So any property you want to look for, their email, phone number, and info is actually on Spoiled Agent. So in case you'd like to, for those who are asking, so that you can go if you'd like and send a note in, even though Kaylee was so kind. And I know the BDMs can sometimes be busy, but that's great that you're offering for everyone to reach out to you. So you have both choices. In regards to accessibility, again, which one would you say would be the most accessible? Are there golf cart access opportunities for people with difficulty walking?
So at Cabo, we do have golf carts, multiple golf carts. So if that's an issue for you, definitely one of the properties that does offer that. Accessibility wise, I would say Live Aqua Cancun would be one of them. A little bit easier kind of to maneuver. And of course, if you yourself have any mobility concerns or issues, your clients, the best thing is to just try to get us the information ahead of time, or even before they book. If you've got clients that are a little bit nervous and they want to know what to expect, if they want to know exactly what to expect or exactly what to look like, I think that's helpful sometimes, just to be prepared. Definitely reach out. We can give them as much information as possible before they even take the step of booking. We can kind of outline each specific property and give them the proper look at what the experience would be.
Fantastic. Do you have the wedding packages you have, rather, are they different or are they the same throughout the different brands of properties?
So we have kind of a standard but different at the same time, if that makes sense. Each hotel does have their own wedding packages, but some of the offerings, of course, are going to be standard that you would find anywhere in regards to your decor and this, that, and the other. But each hotel does kind of have their own wedding package. And if there's specific property, we're more than happy to connect you with the wedding coordinator and she can send off the information pertaining to that particular property.
Fantastic. And can you talk about specialist programs or certification? Can an agent become certified?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that question. So on this same page that we're on here for the rates, the bottom in orange where it says fiestaamericanatravelt.com/travel agents. If you go on that website, we have a full specialist program. It really does give a good in-depth view of the properties. And I think one of my favorite things I liked about it is we actually revamped this program not too long ago. I want to say maybe a year ago, is actually we spoke with some travel advisors and you'll see them on the program. So they'll be able to speak about our properties through their lens as an advisor. And they'll be able to provide pro tips and things like that, which is nice. And then of course, your link to the incentive program is also going to be on there. So the incentive program, just be on that for a quick second. You just log in, you'll create a login with your basic information. Just be reminded that any physical address, whatever physical address you put in that incentive program is going to be where your future checks will go to. And the biggest thing I would say that I'm now remembering as we're doing this is for the incentive, for the payout, let's say if you book clients to Live Aqua Cancun today, but they're not going till November, typically you'll get paid within 45 days of registering that booking, not them traveling. So if you register that booking today, you should see your check within 45 days. We don't wait to pay you out till November. I see lots of reactions to that. So yeah, so whatever address you're putting in, whatever physical address you're putting into that portal, just keep in mind that's where your checks will go to.
That is fantastic. That's huge. Okay, I've put the link in the chat for all of you to register immediately for the expert program. What is the age for adults? 16, 18, 21, question mark.
So
Mexico is 18, right?
16, but if they're talking in regards to some of the offerings, sometimes it is 12 and up, so 13 and up.
I guess there's two ways, right? Because what's the rate for adults? When you get charged, and the other is when are you an adult in each country? So alcohol consumption and things like that.
Exactly. So for instance, I'll just use an example. So for Live Aqua residences, as I mentioned, that's EP. But if you had clients that were wanting to do the all-inclusive, there's a rate for adults that is 12 and up, and then kids that's 5 to 12. So it really kind of depends in regards to the program. So that'd be another one that you can also reach out to me to if it's a specific property. More than happy to share.
Makes
sense. Yeah, sometimes 12 and up.
Okay, perfect. And there's lots of questions. Well, not lots of questions, but I saw a few comments of that it's such a great information, and a lot of it. Is there some kind of a cheat sheet by chance? Or would they go and look at your brochures? Like on our page, we've got your brochures and of course, images and things like that.
So what I would recommend, yeah, so we have the fact sheets. If you go to Spoiled Agent, those are included on there. On our specialist program, if there's just really specific destination, for instance, just bringing up Cancun because we've got 3 in Cancun, if that's something that you're really wanting to tackle, go into the specialist program, click on those 3 properties that we have. That'll give you the most kind of, I guess, I would say quicker class. So a little bit more in depth than I went. But that'll be your best way into kind of catching up to speed a little bit faster.
Okay. Thank you so much. Is there a Facebook group for the agents?
Good question. So we do have fan pages that's open to consumers and all that kind of thing. Currently, we don't have specific Facebook groups, but I will say our BDMs do love friend request from travel agents. So if you, like for me, for example, my name on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, is Kaylee, my first name, and then last name is BDM. So on there, typically, if there's any certain just really important information or updates or even sometimes spam opportunities, we'll post them on there. So definitely, I would say get connected with your BDM, reach out to your BDM, email them. And then some of them have newsletters, I know. So for instance, Daniela in the South, she's got a newsletter that she likes to give out to her agents. So biggest thing, I guess I would say, is connect with your BDM. That's going to be the best way for you to figure out about fan trip opportunities for coming to your city. We maybe want to take you guys to do Top Golf or just something fun. Connect with BDM. They'll be in contact with you regarding any opportunities and any just news really in general for the collection.
Fantastic. And I will go on to the next one here. I missed the part about the reno date for Fiesta Americana Condesa. When can travelers expect to see the new resort?
So they actually did. So they finished, what they did was they renoed, everything got rented a couple years ago, but they added plunge pools. So brand new room categories of plunge pools, and those are actually completely done.
Wow.
As well. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
So yeah,
okay.
So another option.
And then at Grand Fiesta, can you eat, go to spa at residences, or vice versa in Cabo? I did not ask on my fam last year.
So if you're staying at the residences and you want to go to the spa for Grand Fiesta, of course the spa services aren't included, but you can set up an appointment for that. Okay. Definitely.
I did not understand the beach at Grand Fiesta in Cabo. They said keep kids close, can wade but not swim out far.
So I would recommend if you are going into it, yeah, I wouldn't have, it is, once again, because it is where it's located in Cabo, it is active water. It's not going to be like your Coral Beach calm water. The water's still active. You can see all sorts of marine life. I mean, fish even this big. So yeah, so definitely if you do have kids out there, do have your kids near you. And you would gather that by the time you got out there that you're probably not gonna send a little one just by themselves out in the water.
Yeah.
So it is active water. But yeah, you can see all sorts of marine life.
Okay, perfect. Can you please repeat which beach club is closed and which suites do not have TVs? And when is the new spa opening? I don't know if that's too much at once, but I can repeat it, of course.
You're good. You're good. So Beach Club. So Fiesta Americana Cozumel. They are currently working on getting that back up. So the hotel at Fiesta Americana Cozumel is you have your hotel and then you have a road and you have a beach. Don't let the road scare you by any means. Bicycling is kind of cyclers is most traffic typically that you see. That beach club currently is closed. They're working on getting that back up. And then I believe the other question was about
Suites and TVs. What suites do not have TVs?
yeah, so that's going to be the Explorean property, the Explorean, the Venture brand. So just think of the Adventure brand. That's going to be the one that's going to be kind of a little bit more remote, taking you away from kind of life, I would say, a little bit more of a jungle experience. And then in regards to the spa, I think they were talking about Cabo. That's completely done now. That finished up a couple weeks ago. So if you do go to Cabo, you should coming soon, you should have the opportunity to check out the spa.
And in Cancun or any of the other destinations, are there any exchange privileges between resorts?
So we don't have exchange privileges at any others. The reason why is they're just so different. The offerings are so different, and just to kind of preserve the atmosphere for each property, we don't have exchange privileges.
Makes total sense. Does Grand Fiesta Americana Coral Beach Cancun all-inclusive have options for teens?
Yeah, so typically for teens, what they'll offer is more of beach side activities. The thing that the teens typically do love is the jet skis. So they're right outside of the property, pretty much on the property. So as I mentioned, in the Infinite experience, they'll have the option to have the wave runners. And then, of course, if you've got clients that are wanting to go to Isla Mujeres, we see it all the time. Families that will go over there. The ferry is literally right next door. You don't have to leave the property to get on the ferry. So with the Infinite experience, we do offer the tickets. So that would be another option. So yeah, so we've got water activities primarily for them, jet skis, if they are part of the Infinite. Of course, you can purchase them for additional, but the Infinite does provide that 30-minute waiver. And then Isla Mujeres is another option as well if they wanted to do a day trip.
Fantastic. If you sign up for the travel agent rewards, do our points that we get for our bookings expire?
So we're actually not point based. How it works is if you make a booking for, we'll stick on Coral Beach. If you make a booking for Grand Fiesta Americana Coral Beach Cancun and it's at least 3 nights, you would just get a free night. So it does expire, so 18 months within the time that you input those into your portal. So not points based, which is kind of nice. Just whatever you book, whatever hotel it is you're booking, you'll get the free night for that.
Okay. I have a client asking about the property in Puerto Vallarta as we speak. It's a group of 6 girls, not party types, but like to dance and have a drink or two. They also want to be near enough to excursions outside of the resort. Would you recommend this property for them?
I think it's good, definitely if they want to do stuff off the resort. So we're literally 5 minutes from the Malecon. So we're between the marina and downtown, which is prime location. And I didn't mention the presentation, but lots of shopping also. So they've got a big shopping area pretty close to us. And then once again, they do have certain room categories do come with that adult only pool area. So if they're wanting to hang by the pool one day and not really go out, if the room category is part of that, they can take advantage of that as well.
Fantastic. How late are the pools open in Live Aqua? Pools and room service and snack bars, how late do they stay open? Do you know?
So it kind of honestly varies. It honestly varies in regards to, I would say, probably who's there. Usually like evening time is typically, and I think it's more of a natural, just people kind of trickle out of the water a little bit. But yeah, it varies a little bit, but I think I want to say it's 6 at Aqua. 6 or 7.
Okay, perfect. How does the commission get paid? And what if a customer gets cancels? Sorry.
It's a great question. We get that a lot. So yeah, so how you get paid on the incentive program is it's going to be a physical check that will get mailed to whatever address you have in the portal. And then let's say you receive your check today and your client is going to go in November, but they cancel, it just gets applied to a future booking. So you might as well go ahead with it. But yeah, so pretty much just on the next booking, it'll cancel out. Is how that works.
Okay. Wine tasting for a group in Allende region, question mark.
Sorry, what was that?
They're wondering about wine tasting for a group in San Miguel de Allende.
So there is 20 minutes away from the hotel. There are wineries and vineyards. I don't have the specific information right on hand, but definitely we'll contact you with the hotel. I'm sure they've got a preferred setup.
Definitely.
So with some of the vineyards and the wineries. So that's going to be an option if you do have people that are interested in exploring that.
Yes, and the balloon company says they do fly about 300 days a year. So that's good to know. Okay, I looked up, okay, jet skis at family or adult only? Question mark. Sorry, I'm reading them as they are, sorry. Do you have jet skis at all the different properties, or does it vary? Does it depend on family or adult?
So the jet skis are going to be Coral Beach, Grand Fiesta Americana, Coral Beach, Cancun. While technically it's not on our property, it's right next door, very right next door. As I mentioned, some of the room categories will have jet ski waivers that do come with that, so they'll be able to experience that. But of course, for additional charge, you can go down to the jet ski hut area and purchase waivers to be able to do that also. So the ones that are going to be nearest to our property is going to be Grand Fiesta Americana, Coral Beach, Cancun.
Fantastic. Well, wow. We were on a roll, lots of questions, dozens and dozens. You agents are great. I applaud you for asking the questions. Kaylee, thank you for being so great at answering all the questions. It's a lot of info. And I just am so impressed with how much you encourage the agents to reach out to you. So that's great. Thank you for helping us to spoil the agents. Do you have any final words that you'd like to share?
I'll just say it again, reach out to us. No, honestly, we really want to appreciate all of your support. We know from the booking process from start to finish, quite a bit can be included in there. So of course, if you've got questions or maybe you want to know if a particular property would be good for specific clients, reach out to your BDM. More than happy to provide that information as well as throughout the process of their stay. So anything special, of course, note it to us, or if you just want to send over your booking information and let us know you've got clients coming. The hotels get them all day long and they love to hear it. So just stay connected. And I would say that would be the best way to enhance our partnership with all of you. But we really appreciate the support.
You see, they're perfect for spoiled agent. They also love to spoil the agents. We love it. Thank you so much for everything, your partnership, your amazing information and support for the agent community. And we hope to see all of you on another webinar soon. Bye for now.
Thank you all. Thank you, Sabrina.
Of course, you're very welcome. Bye, Kaylee.